is the only way I'll ever know. So I'm gonna take one more chance. Oh,
What's up with y'all? How y'all feeling? Just chilling right now. Late night. So what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This is Rez Joe on here, man. Just chilling again and again. Just hanging out with you guys on the AM, man. Once again, as always. What I would like to say, I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. I'm definitely doing that. You know, just kicking in right now. About to go ahead and react to another video on the late night. I'm back on YouTube once again, you know. I've been on Rumble, been playing most of the little video game, doing the thing on Rumble. I'm thinking about making this my primary channel. Excuse something real fast. Man, this winter over here. I'm up in the north, I'm not in the south. This winter up here, it's crazy. We got the snow plowed on the late night over here. I live kind of in a nice little area, so of course they do their thing in the nighttime. I guess whenever the snow hit the ground, they want to hit the ground, but they don't know. Sometimes they make the situation worse. But yeah, back at it. As I was saying, I was on. Well, I do a lot of my thing on Rumble now because Rumble have been pretty much the best place for me to go actually to do the video game thing because I kind of have problems with YouTube. I really haven't been having problems with YouTube lately when it comes down to me pretty much doing the regular YouTube live streams. But I have been having sort of an issue whenever playing the game. It's usually the game don't come on or the game don't basically play the live or it just crash. I'm kind of hoping because I've been having problems with doing the actual live stream, and that's why I have not been on live lately. And that was kind of the reason why I stopped doing my show pretty much last year or this year. I stopped doing it because I was thinking it was my PC, and then I got a new PC, and then come to find out it wasn't my PC because it's a brand new one. Then I was thinking that it was just the area I was in because of the internet. So I tried to do some streams in a little studio area that I built myself. It's like a little homemade little studio, and now it's not working there. So I'm just thinking it's probably something that I'm doing. So I just basically sat back and studied a little more and just just tried a lot of things out, and it's pretty much simple, but you know, excuse me, I'm a little slow, y'all. You know, it's pretty much, it's just, I think it's just me, pretty much. I think that's what it is. It's just me. It's just something that I'm doing. And a lot of the problems that I have fixed that have really been on my account. But hey, like I said, it's a lot of YouTubers, there's a lot of video bloggers or whatever that, you know, I talk to every day, and a lot of people that have their own channels, and you know, maybe I could get in some conversations with them and they could give me some more pointers, but I'm pretty much becoming a professional at this already. Um, and I'm thinking of whether or not I should show my cell phone camera more, just because I'm a conceited guy like that. But, you know, I think it's cool the way I'm doing it, actually. You know, because everybody pretty much, you know, do the video blog thing, and they, you know, and my lighting is not that good yet. So until I get all the proper equipment that's needed for me to do things like that, I probably would just stick to the way I'm doing it right now. People are already liking a few of my videos that I'm making, and they enjoying the live streams whenever they do come. So I think everything is pretty much going good already. So I don't see no reason to change. So we could go pretty much from there. So let's see where we gonna go from there. So as you guys know, I guess this guy. I mean, this guy's a little bit butthurt. I guess he's still pissed off about the comments or whatever. I don't know why, but I think he's pretty much mad about that. So I guess we're gonna react to his video again. The waffle guy. I reacted to his video before. And he pretty much was like, you know, we pretty much broke down. He was trying to say that the flat Earth was a cult, and he specifically just pointed out FED, Nathan Oakley. And I reacted to it because I just feel that when these guys come up with these little silly arguments and just calling people the occult or a cult or things of that nature, I just think it's just a little bit unfair. I think it's a little bit unnecessary, and it's definitely, to me, is unprofessional. So, you know, there's no reason to try to categorize somebody as a cult because you don't agree with them. I think that's pretty much ridiculous. And I just think, you know, that lacks education on their part. But hey, for some reason, this guy wants to do it anyway. And I think a lot of his argument was silly. A lot of his arguments was just basically his own personal reasoning of why he don't like a particular channel. Because it seemed like he wasn't even, I mean, at a certain point, he wasn't even talking about like the topic at hand. And he wasn't talking about the category, like he wasn't talking about the specific argument at hand. And he wasn't even in the correct category to me. And it seemed like he was more focused on the actual person, which was Nathan Oakley. And he didn't like Nathan Oakley's response. So the video was pretty much was, hey, I don't like the fact that you agreed with me on a certain point, which is Nathan Oakley agreeing with him. You know, when Nathan Oakley is jokingly on his channel calling people that don't, you know, agree with him or don't agree with us and saying that, hey, well, they technically a cult. But that's just Nathan Oakley pretty much joking. But, you know, in a sense, you know, we kind of not joking because kind of what you explain someone being a cult, I pretty much already put it in there. It's not, you know, it's not pretty much the flat earth community. It's probably certain people in the flat earth community, but it's not like everybody. So to sit up here and categorize or stereotype everybody into a specific group or community or cult, like just ridiculous. So I don't know what else to say about that. So I guess he have something where he said he has he has some arguments. I guess he have some actual proof of his claim, or well, no, actually he's destroying flat Earth arguments. So he's no longer gonna say that we're a cult anymore. He's gonna destroy our arguments now. The video's not that long, so I mean, I really pretty much should be able to do it pretty real quick. It shouldn't take me long. It don't take me hours, and that's no disrespect towards other flat earthers that do take a little bit more time whenever they break these videos down, like the people that he's talking about, Nathan Oakley, Quantum Eraser, even Flat Zoid, a lot of other guys. I don't think pretty much nobody else take that long. But with Quantum Eraser, he have multiple people on this thing. He have a panel. And pretty much Quantum Eraser don't even have a panel. He just basically in a Discord room. And he have multiple people chiming in, asking him questions, and also chiming in at the same time. So you got to let Quantum Eraser try to, even though he's the host, he's trying to be as precise as possible. These guys want, his team or his panel members, they want to basically chime in and, break the video down too. So you're getting it's kind of like a multiple reactions video. So instead of you have to go to Quantum Eraser's channel and hear his reaction, then go into like Brian Logic channel and hear his reaction, then go into Nathan Oakley channel and hearing his reaction, and then go into Adam Meek and saying, Chocolate saying, and Eli, all these guys, all those flat earthers channels, and they reacting to the same video. You just basically hearing their reaction live on one channel, which would usually be like Ballbusters, QE's channel. It's going to take a little bit longer because it's multiple people, but imagine sitting through Quantum Eraser's channel for like an hour, then going to these other 5 guys. You'd be sitting in there for 4 or 5 hours, maybe longer, than you just hearing them all at one thing. And hopefully Quantum Eraser can make it as fast as possible, as precise as possible, where you can hear it. Sometimes it's not like that because like I said, it's not a cult, and pretty much nobody listen to anybody, so they just gonna go ahead and do their reaction as if they doing it on their channel. But it's pretty much the same with Nathan Oakley too. And like I said, even in FED, they debate each other. So I mean, honestly, I believe those is really the best debates when they do debate each other, because you learn a lot of information come out at that time. So I think that's pretty much better. So you got in between that and reacting to a video, and them, if they find an error in one another, they're going to debate one another, it could turn out to be a little bit longer. But I don't have that problem because I don't have panel members. It's just me and you guys, if you guys join me. So I don't have that problem. All I have to do is pretty much press play and react. So I don't really know. I really didn't look at this. All I seen was the title of the video. So I'm going to be honest, I didn't look at this. So I might not be as prepared as I was last time, but I'm just going to really listen to what he got to say, react, and let's see if he's destroying it. So this is CYBER WAFFLE, whatever his name is. CYBER WAFFLE again. CYBER WAFFLE, my bad. And he's destroying the flat earthers again. He's going to destroy us, and as you could see, he's been on a mission. I remember he told Nathan Oakley that he had another channel. I don't know if that's true, because, if he have another channel that got a million subscribers like he claimed, And then why is he putting so many videos on this channel? I don't get it. And then he this is a flat Earth channel or something, which is even more silly. So I don't understand why he got a flat Earth channel. Like if flat Earth is so dumb and everybody in the community is dumb and it's a cult, why do you have a flat Earth channel? Is you admitting that, it's literally a grift? Like these guys could really talk about anything, but yet they spending all their time talking about flat Earth, So kind of weird that you would stop putting videos on your main channel, which got 1 million subscribers, and work on this channel. So kind of weird. Just saying, it's kind of weird. He's talking about Lord Jamal. I got something. I was gonna react to that too, because I thought it was.
Welcome to another.
Lord Jamal was a little silly. So let's go ahead and get into it. It seemed like he's very happy about this. I seen he talked to Dave McKeegan. So let's see if he's gonna, be like Dave McKeegan and actually try to debunk our arguments, I guess. And we're gonna go from there. Let's go.
Episode of Destroying Flat Earth Arguments. So in this series, we go through a load of.
Ooh, he's gonna destroy our arguments. Wow. Let's check this out. Okay. All right, we good. Okay, ooh, he's going to destroy our arguments, right? Okay. This is going to be interesting. Let's see how he's going to destroy our arguments, though. I would like to see that for myself.
The popular flat earth arguments and completely obliterate them. Now, if you want to see the full playlist, make sure you click the banner in the top right corner.
Oh, wow, he got a whole playlist. I didn't know he had a whole playlist. Do we got a playlist? Let's see. So he been at this for a while. What? Well, he don't got a playlist. He got 11 videos, but I guess he's just talking about. Okay. He got 11 videos, but that's not like. This only part 2. So you got a whole playlist of destroying flat Earth arguments. But, okay, you got a playlist of 2 videos then? I don't know. Maybe he's just talking out of his ass.
But without further ado, let's get into it. So firstly, a big argument for flat earthers is that we can see the moon from China and the United States at the same time. Now, this is a very interesting one because it's a flat earth argument that's actually true. I know, shocker, but bear with me. But also, it's an observation that's not really that incredible if you live on a globe, which we do. So here we can see that the moon is in.
Well, if we live on a globe and everybody teach that we live on a globe, why would that be a secret? I don't know why would that be a secret. Why would you have to whisper that? That makes absolutely no sense. Why would you have to whisper that we live on a globe? Just kind of silly, honestly. Like, oh, we live on a globe. Like, why? Okay.
Direct line of sight to.
And this is not really like an argument. Because basically you're assuming that you in the space vacuum or something of that nature, and so I don't know. It's kind of a weird argument.
Both countries. I mean, that alone is more than enough to move on to the next point, but we'll actually still dive into it a little bit deeper.
Yeah, maybe you should move on to the next point because it's not a positive claim for the flat Earth or the globe. So yeah, maybe you should move on to the next point. Now, the only thing that I could basically see with the flat Earther do say. Basically, well, if the sun and the moon, if you assume that the Earth is a spheroid and it have a radius value of 3959, then there should be an Earth curve with 8 inches per mile square where it should be physically blocking the sun and it should be physically blocking the moon when the sun actually sets, but the sun is actually not setting. It's due to the Earth actually turning, and it's due to the Earth actually turning, spinning around 1,000 miles per hour. So the sun is not actually moving and setting. It's actually the Earth actually turning away from the sun. So therefore, maybe the flat Earth is basically saying that. If that is true, if Coriolis effect is true, and we have a curve radius, we have a radius value, which will be the curvature of the Earth's surface, and there should be a physical hill actually blocking your view, then you should not be able to see the sun and the moon at the same time. So maybe that's probably a way you could put that argument, but that's not really like a positive claim in anything.
When we actually put this onto a map of where we see daylight and nighttime,
No, flat map. So you're going to put this on the globe projection. That's take flat Earth measurements in order for them to make their map. Usually, this is where we actually ask the glober, how was the map actually made?
on our planet, we can see that it's sunrise for one country and sunset for another country. Also, one has an evening moon and one is visible in the morning. Now, it took me about 15 seconds to
Well, it took you about 15 seconds, but you didn't understand the flat Earth argument. I just pretty much presented the argument by guessing that if you have a radius value of 3959, there should be a physical hill actually blocking your view when the sun sets and when the moon actually set. Unless you're going to say that the moon is in a physical location when it's always above the horizon. Remember, the sunset is supposed to be below the horizon, so you should not be able to see the sun and the moon see the sun and the moon above the horizon at the same time. You can make the claim that you can only do that on the flat Earth, since the flat Earth is basically flat and horizontal, and in order for you to look up or have any elevation, the elevation is only relevant to the horizontal baseline. That would be the way you could actually construct that argument, and I never made that argument, sir. This is just literally me just guessing, and I probably destroyed a lot of globe claims right now.
find this on Google. And this isn't just a cartoon, as many flat earthers claim it is. Go outside and look outside. This matches exactly what we see in the observable universe.
Okay, so affirming the consequence already. Go outside and look outside. Yeah, go outside and look outside. And this matches what the maps say. What is you talking about? Because I don't even think he's even talking about the map at this point. The only thing that he have shown was a flat Earth map. I mean, pretty much he just basically shown the map and said, oh, the sun and the moon should be doing this. Yes, but if this map is actually a globe, the sun should be setting, which the sun should be actually setting because the Earth is actually turning. So are you going to say that this map is a representation of the Earth turning? Because you're basically saying that this map is only a representation of a sun path, which means the sun is apparently moving. Then again, that is not a globe claim whatsoever. That is literally a stationary flat Earth claim, because the map actually comes from flat Earth measurements. I don't think you guys got that point.
That it's sunrise for one country and sunset for another country. Also, one has an evening moon and one is visible in the morning. Now, it took me about 15 seconds to find this on Google, and this isn't just a cartoon, as many flat earthers claim it is. Go outside and look outside. This matches exactly what we see in the observable universe.
Okay, go outside and look outside. Is that an argument? Do that even sound like an argument? That don't even sound like I should even give it a response. Go outside and look outside. It matches what? That's not an argument because it's vague and it's not very specific at all. It's not actually even concluding anything. It's not an argument. So you're not debunking anything, and that's not destroying the flat Earth argument. I perfectly gave you one. And you did not respond to anything that a flat earther would actually say. At least not a good flat earther would say. And a good flat earther wouldn't even come with that argument. So
next, we have the argument that we never actually went to the moon. Now, this deserves its own separate video, but I want to bring this part of the video.
That's a good one. I mean, that should be pretty easy, that you never actually went to the moon. Yeah, a lot of people that's not flat earthers believe that the moon landing was fake. So, I mean, what are you talking about?
Down to a social level. I've seen a lot of flat earthers commenting about an interview with Buzz Aldrin. In this interview, this little girl asked Buzz Aldrin.
I mean, again, this is my first reaction to this, but I would have thought he would have brought some way better evidence than looking at Buzz Aldrin, old ass. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. Why would he bring this up? How is this a defense? Again, being very vague and not actually addressing the flat earth point. Now, the flat Earth argument is the reason why we did not go to the moon, is because because of the claim of space. The claim of space is a space vacuum right next to planet Earth, which should be an isolated system, and it violates the second law of thermodynamics, right? So if space is a vacuum, 17 to the minus 7, well, minus 17 Tor, whatever, I could go and look it up, then it's impossible for that to be true with the second. Then that's impossible for that to be true because it will violate the second law of thermodynamics. Entropy will always increase in an isolated system, which means since we are breathing actually gas, and according to gas law, if gas will always fill its volume, therefore gas will need the necessary antecedent. In order for you to have gas pressure, you will need the necessary antecedent of a container. So therefore, Earth must have a physical boundary or a physical container in order to contain the gas. It cannot be right next to a space vacuum called space, or else gas will fill that space, fill its volume, because gas expands in many directions, and it will try to fill that space, and then we would no longer have that gas or air to breathe. Therefore, we'll all die. So, actually believing that we went to space is actually dangerous, actually. It's a dangerous thought. It's a dangerous belief. And, it's just pure nonsense. It's a second law of thermodynamics violation. It had nothing to do with Buzz object whatsoever. Excuse my French is kind of late, so I could explain it again. I probably would do it again. So let's see
why we didn't go back to the moon. And Buzz Aldrin comments, that's a big question for a little girl. And
again, why is we going into Buzz Aldrin? I'll just, let me explain it again, maybe more correct than I already explained it. No, the reason why we don't believe that we went to the moon, because it violates the second law of thermodynamics, the entropy, and the gas law. In order for us to have gas, atmo to breathe, we need container. That's the requirement for gas pressure. Now, if space, the claim that you guys claim that it is, you guys claim that space is 10 to the minus 17 Tor, space vacuum next to an isolated system, which we all call Earth, with the atmosphere right next to it. Clouds and clouds and all of that kind of stuff, plus the atmosphere right above the clouds. All of that would fill its space. So it would fill space. It would fill the volume of space, and all the gas will instantly go there because it expands in many directions, because there is nothing to contain the gas to keep it on Earth, or whatever. So if space is true, we all be dead. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have no gas to breathe whatsoever. That's the claim. Had nothing to do with Buzz Aldrin. Had nothing to do with little girls. Why you think that?
He has the same questions, and he essentially says that the answer is basically, we just didn't. Not that we didn't go in 1969. Now, this interview is 17 minutes.
No, because Buzz Aldrin is lying about going to space, so therefore it must be true. So because Buzz Aldrin couldn't answer the little girl's question about something as silly as why we didn't go back to the second law of thermodynamics, Nadia. Oh, why didn't we go back to Nadia, Buzzy? Oh, well, we didn't go to Nadia because the lion said that we couldn't come. So, when I get the Lion King approval, we could go back to the second law of thermodynamics violation. We call Nadia. Yeah, so we'll be back in Nadia in 2030. So don't worry, we'll be in Nadia in 2030. Don't worry. No. It's a second law of thermodynamics violation. They didn't go then because it's a violation of natural law. Natural law is things that occur always in nature. So it violates the very laws of physics. So, of course, Buzz Aldrin is probably a little bit surprised about that. But at this time, I believe Buzz Aldrin is around like 70-something years old. So he's probably don't even remember half of the stuff that happened in the 60s. So let's just, give him that.
minutes long, and Buzz Aldrin then goes on to explain that one of the main reasons is to do with money. Throughout this whole interview, it's very clear that Buzz Aldrin was getting a little bit confused to some of the questions he was being asked, and it seems like flat earthers here are...
And I didn't even see this. Yes, Buzz Aldrin, old self, is getting a little bit confused about what this little girl is asking, which is a very good question. And of course, you know, Buzz probably don't even remember probably a lot about the 1960s. Definitely probably don't remember anything about going to space because he didn't go. So Buzz gonna be like, when did we go? Pretty much. That's probably what he probably was going to slip and say.
trying to take advantage of the fact that he's an older man. Also, Buzz Aldrin has a history of trolling.
No, I don't think no flat earthers is really taking advantage of Buzz Aldrin. I think you're the one that's doing that. You're the one that's bringing him up in this little silly little argument right now. So you're the one that's bringing this nonsense up. It's not Buzz. It's not no flat earther. It's you again. I mean, remember the last video I did of this guy when it was just him, his personal feelings about Nathan Oakley? Yeah, it's him again. You know, he's keep on bringing up unnecessary things that had nothing to do with flat earthers, actually.
Trolling people about the moon landings. In a few interviews, he said that they were fake, and it's very obvious he's trolling. Like this whole segment saying how they swapped suits, etc. The problem is flat earthers will hear whatever they want to hear. This is a good example of confirmation bias, a cognitive bias which makes...
Yeah, it seemed like you doing ad hominem attacks a lot. These is not arguments. You remember, you're supposed to be destroying arguments. No, you shouldn't be talking about, you know, content or whatever you're talking about, confidence dissidence or whatever you're trying to say. You're trying to say that flat earthers is going to believe whatever they want to believe. They could literally say the same thing about you. Remember, you're supposed to be talking about arguments. You're no longer talking about people being a cult. You're supposed to be basically responding to, well, destroying flat earth arguments. You're not doing that right now. Right now, you're talking about people and their feelings and how emotional they're getting. We're not talking about emotion. We're talking about arguments that you're supposed to be debunking right now. I already defended 2 of them very easily, and yet you still have not addressed the problem.
Makes you lean towards information that confirms what you want to hear rather than necessarily what's...
Yeah, here we go, talking about people again. I already defended both of these arguments. I wonder if me and him was in a debate, I probably would have won instantly. I mean, he basically lay out an argument of some type of straw man saying that flat earthers believe that we didn't go to space because of Buzz Aldrin, and I would respond with, no, flat earthers don't care about Buzz Aldrin and how he's talking to little kids. We're not into pedophilia. We more into the second law of thermodynamics violation of the claim of you going to a space vacuum in the first place. It violates gas laws. It violates the very law of entropy. Entropy will always increase in an isolated system, which means that it needs an isolated system in order for you to have those gas laws to be validated. And if them gas laws is validated, right, it would need the necessary antecedent of a container, correct? Since it needs the necessary antecedent of a container, correct, there's no way they went into a space vacuum. It cannot exist, correct? Because if it did exist, gas would fill that space and we would all die. It's that easy. It's not even a script. It's just facts. I mean, I don't know. So that was pretty much like the hardest little argument that he had. I hope he got better ones.
is true. Now let me just give you a
first little argument that kind of, just one I never even heard before, and well, not heard in a long time, but I kind of like presented that argument pretty good too, did I? Pretty much, Earth has a radius value. You should not be able to see the sun and the moon above the horizon at any time. So I think that was pretty good too, right? Yeah. I mean, he didn't even have no response for that.
hypothetical. If NASA spent hundreds of millions of dollars faking the moon landings, if it was one of the biggest conspiracies to do with the shape...
Yeah, it seemed like you're the one that's getting into these conspiracy theories again. Yeah, you're not laying out arguments. You're not basically demonstrating gas pressure without a container, is he? And, I would think he would probably be demonstrating gas pressure without a container, because that would be addressing the flat earth argument. So he's not really even addressing the flat earth argument that he's supposed to be destroying. He's not, because, he should be demonstrating gas pressure without a container. Oh, boy. I wonder, is that a script?
of the Earth, if every single person at NASA that deals with anything to do with geometry, the shape of the Earth, rockets, whatever it might be, if all of these people were involved in the biggest conspiracy that we've ever seen in history, this clip wouldn't exist. Now, one of the next things is one of the funniest in my opinion. A lot of comments I see from flat earthers tend to be from a place of complete, utter confidence. Now, not to poke fun unnecessarily, but
is he doing it again? Because I tried to let him go, but it seems like he's doing it again. He's attacking the people instead of attacking the argument. I mean, he's supposed to be presenting the argument and debunking it. Remember, he said that he's destroying flat earth arguments. So so every comment should be rebuttals. Because it's not like he's presenting an argument which the glober have the burden of proof to prove a globe. So he should be laying out arguments, not trying to really debunk flat earthers' arguments. But since this is a debunk video, he should be having rebuttals for arguments, correct? He should be presenting the argument of his opposing side, which would be Stillman in the argument of of his opposing side. And he should be having a rebuttal. And a rebuttal is addressing the argument directly and coming with deductive reasoning in order to basically debunk it. Now, if he don't have any logical deductive reasoning to debunk the argument that he presented against his side, then at that very point, he's talking nonsense and it's a red herring fallacy. And he's doing something even worse than a red herring fallacy. He's using the poison the well fallacy by using ad hominem attacks against people instead of basically debunking the argument. He's basically saying, oh, well, because these people seems to be dumb and they have this continent dissonance, they are wrong. No, that's not debunking arguments.
this is the exact definition of the Dunning-Kruger effect. The more people seem to...
Here we go again. He's talking about Dunning-Kruger effect. Ain't that talking about the people? Shouldn't he be presenting the argument? I mean, this video is only 8 minutes long. I mean, he's already about to be 3 minutes in it. He's about to be 3 minutes into this video and he's yet to present an argument yet. It's getting kind of weird. I mean, I wonder, like, when is he going to start, making an argument? I mean, he should have done it by now. Seem like it's not going to happen, right? He's not going to present an argument, is he? Like, so the joke's on me, right, for doing this video. So, okay, he pranked me. Good job. He pranked me.
think they know about topics, the less they actually know. A lot of these comments are people making statements that can be proved scientifically with any experiment. And no, you don't need to be a scientist to do these things. You can carry out this own research at home. The main problem with the flat earth community is that any evidence that doesn't support what they believe, as we spoke about earlier with confirmation biases, they throw this evidence out the window because they choose not to trust anything that doesn't support what they already believe. Next, we have flight paths. When flat earthers attempt to depict flight paths on a flat earth map, and not many do, but they often don't make a lot of sense. Some flights entirely fly over water and
No, this is about to get like a little bit ridiculous now. So check this out. Hopefully this is a good argument. So we about to get into the nitty gritty now, because I kind of figured that most of the first part of this video was going to be nonsense and ad hominem attacks. And it seemed like that's all he have been doing so far. So now we about to get into the good stuff, because this is the half point of the video. So we about to get into the good stuff now. So excuse me. He's up on the screen. I just, got that from someone else that's looking at the video like, hey, he's not on the screen. I said, yeah, because this guy kind of, flagged my last video. I'm not going to say it was him, but I don't know. How can you flag a video that's not monetized? So not going to say it was him.
in real life, but on the flat earth they would be passing over land. And of course the same applies vice versa. But then we also have flight times. Now there's a link below to the full test and explanation of this, but using flight times and distances and scale, we can see that flight times on a flat earth are dramatically different to what we actually experience in real life.
Yeah, that's like math. So you're just talking about math at this point. Well, let's see.
That alone shows
Because planes definitely prove the flat earth, so let's see.
that the flat earth model doesn't work.
And let's just go on about this right now, since we already talking about it. Let's do something real quick. Bent and same scenes. Bench on the 7C. Let me see something. Since he already want to talk about planes and things of that nature for some reason, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it, you know, because he want to go there. We can go there. I mean, that's what we doing. So we can go there. So let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and let this play. And let's hear him present his argument.
Now, some flat earthers try to explain this away with jet streams, but that's actually also incorrect, because the return flights would be completely different to the flights out of these locations, which they're not. But also, the planes would speed up in the jet streams. Now, when planes capture a tailwind, they do actually speed up, but not by 40%. Now, I don't know of any commercial Boeing or Airbus aircraft that are currently flying at Mach 1 today, and if there were any, we would know about it. Now, the next argument is that the
okay, well, he's just basically saying flat earthers are wrong because they're wrong. He's not actually even making an argument, or he's not actually substantiating his claim. But yeah, it's a very different argument of basically, I mean, those are one of the arguments. But I believe that's on that other side. They make that argument, but it's a very different argument that we use about planes. Let me see if I could really get to it. Honestly, it's very different. I mean, I don't know why this guy didn't talk about it. I don't know why didn't he bring up the real argument of flat Earth. It's very different. Let's see if I can find it. Let's get into it. Let's see. Watch out for that tree. Watch out for that. George, jungle for you and me. Oh, watch out for that tree. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let me go ahead and add this real fast. Let's present this. It's called presenting an argument, so let me share this for you. George, jungle for you and me. Oh, watch out for that tree. Okay. Bosh. Yeah, so this will be the pitch data. There's no longer a debate about this. So if you look at this pitch data, flat earthers got this from a very not popular, but a very necessary organization, which would be this would be something that planes actually use. So this is an example of pitch data where a plane is flying for a few hours horizontal. And if you are looking at this plane flying horizontal, these three lines here will show that the plane is actually flying straight across a physical location. So this is not really math, even though you would use mathematics for this argument. So the modus tollens will basically be at this point, if the Earth have a radius value of 3959 and they have a rate of slope curve value of 8 inches per mile squared, then the plane should be dipping instead of flying over horizontal. The plane should be dipping at an angle in order to basically still fly parallel to Earth's surface in order for the plane to fly correctly across the globe at a certain distance. So if a plane do fly a few hours, he's flying a few hundred miles per hour. Matter of fact, planes don't even basically equate for miles per hour. They equate for knots, which is greater than miles. So that means planes is actually flying greater than any physical location that you guys could come up with. So if we can show an example of a plane flying parallel, which is impossible on the globe, or else the plane would be, not being accurate whatsoever. The plane should not be flying horizontal whatsoever, because the plane should be dipping at a certain angle, unlike Bob be saying. So as you can see here, you see that this pitch data actually showing planes flying horizontal. These lines are the representation of the plane actually flying horizontal until it reaches landing point, which was actually our emergency landing. It's not dipping to adjust for Earth curvature. It's our emergency landing, and you see at that point, that's when the plane actually stopped. These first 4 lines. And then on top of that, the plane needs to fly horizontal anyway in order for the plane to stay in the air. Now, that will be another flat Earth argument whenever we talk about flight paths or flight or planes, period. But in this example, if you see this pitch data, all we have to do is say Bosch, and we show you this pitch data showing that the plane is flying horizontal at a long distance, which cannot happen on the globe because planes should not be flying horizontal if you have to adjust for Earth curvature, which means that the plane should be dipping at some point automatically. The plane is not dipping at some point automatically. Therefore, the Earth, if the plane is adjusting for the surface of the Earth, which means that the plane is actually flying above it and it's flying parallel to it, then therefore the Earth must be flat, which means that the plane is which means that the plane in itself is flying with the requirement of the Earth being flat. Now, we're not even talking about the coordinate systems and things of that nature where the plane actually adjusts, use actually elevation angles in order for it to do any type of navigation. But just talking about the basic sense of flying the plane, right? In order for those distances that he basically brought up on that map, in order for those things to be accurate, the plane have to be able to dip if it's adjusted for Earth curvature. But if you see in this example right here, the plane is not actually dipping. It's not actually, pointing its nose down and things of that nature. The plane is flying horizontal. So that would be the argument. So the argument for a flat earther, an actual flat earther, whenever you're talking about flight, we have pitch data to show that planes fly horizontal across the sky. Whenever a plane is dipping, the plane is falling out the sky or preparing to land. So that cannot happen. It cannot happen on the globe because if the plane is dipping or if the plane is adjusting for a rate of slope change, the plane will have to dip. It cannot fly horizontal. So the plane flying horizontal and still flying parallel to Earth's surface is independent to the flat Earth. It's not even, is even greater than a positive argument of basically saying that the Earth is required to be flat in order for the plane to do navigation. That's just another argument. But for the very sense of the plane have to fly horizontal in order for it to stay in the sky or else it would crash, that's an even greater positive claim than any other argument that we can actually even come up with, which means that if the plane was to fly as if it's on the globe, it would crash. The plane has to fly with the requirement of the Earth being flat in order to stay in the sky. The plane is staying in the sky, therefore the Earth is flat because it's deductive reasoning because the Earth's surface and the plane staying in the sky with the requirement of the Earth's surface being flat in order for the plane to stay in the sky and not crash. That's deductive reasoning, not inductive reasoning. That is deductive reasoning because it's directly directly proven, and it's directly proven if the plane is actually flying and landing, it requires the Earth to be flat because the plane is flying horizontal. It has to fly horizontal or else it would crash. So the alternative of the plane flying horizontal, it would crash. The plane is flying horizontal. The plane has to. So if the plane do the opposite of flying horizontal, it would crash. So if the plane fly horizontal, that means the Earth has to be horizontal as well. So it's just that simple. I mean, I'll try to explain it as slow and dumbed down as possible, and I think that's pretty simple. And it's a little bit don't got to go through the weeds with all that other stuff. I mean, we could talk about you know, the coordinations and how the earth is actually measured and things of that nature. I just think that this is the new slam dunk argument. So pretty new to me. But as soon as I heard it, and as soon as I seen it, and as soon as I looked at the presentation of Brian Logic, and I also looked at another presentation as well, and of course I read QE's website when he talked about something similar to that. I pretty much understood it right away. So yeah, that's the flat earth argument when it comes down to flight, sir. And you didn't address that. You should have been able to destroy that argument, right? You know, I mean, I don't know, how can you destroy a requirement in order for your plane to stay in the sky? The earth surface has to be like horizontal and flat, straight. Yeah, bosh. That's all we have to do whenever anybody talk about flights. You know, we just show them this bosh. Yep, yeah. So yeah, I want to be one. I love doing that, and I'm sorry, guys. I do love doing that to Globers. Let's get back to it.
The Earth hasn't been photographed. Now, this is one that I've seen an awful lot. I'd say it's probably in the top 3 points that are raised by flat earthers. If it's real, why don't we have any real photos of it? And we do. We have hundreds, thousands of real photos of what our planet actually
I knew he was going to go to the photos. Yeah. Too bad none of them real.
looks like. But the problem with that is that flat earthers call it fake no matter what. In fact,
well, it is fake. You have to prove that they're real. And where they actually taking the photos at is the second law of thermodynamics violation, period. I mean, it's just pretty much the same argument that you didn't address. Okay. Got it? Cannot go into a space vacuum, dum-dum. Because it's violating the second law of thermodynamics, moron. Gas fills space if gas don't have the necessary antecedent of a container. It will fill space. Therefore, we will all die. We will have no gas to breathe, dum-dum. Yes, so, yeah, can't take pictures up in Nadia because we will all be dead. It's just another one of those arguments that, cannot be refuted somehow. For some reason, he just not going for the irrefutable arguments. What a surprise.
I would put good money on the fact that you could send a flat earther up into space. They would look out the window of the spacecraft and they'd say, well, that's just a screen.
Here we go. More personal attacks. It's just nothing but ad hominems for this guy. It seemed like he have no arguments. He have yet to rebut an argument, guys. He's only coming up with his own little straw man. He's coming up with the weakest part of some nut job argument that he came up with. And he's not rebutting the actual arguments behind it. It seems like when he get to the actual argument, he get to basically just talking nonsense about people. We could put him in the spaceship, and I bet we put him in the spaceship and send him out to, the second law of thermodynamics violation, and they'll look out the window. They would still say that Earth is flat. Like, yeah, but that's not an argument, sir.
It's CGI. It's fake. Then they're trying to actually step out of the spacecraft. Tell me I'm wrong. Then the next argument.
Oh, my God. And he's like, tell me I'm wrong. Tell you wrong what? That you came up with a... No, what are you wrong about? You didn't say anything. You just talking nonsense. Ad hominem attacks is nonsense.
Argument we have is that there's no globe model. Now, this is one that I get an absolute ton of in the comments. Whenever I ask
there is no globe model. You don't have no single model. You don't even have a physical model. There is no globe model. What model do you have? Name what kind of model it is.
Flat Earth community to present a model that explains tides, the sun, the moon, a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. The reply I usually get...
Yeah, that's none of those. Even if a flat earther was to come up with an explanation for those things, it wouldn't be a model. Those would be explanations. So it's not a model. I don't know why he just don't get that. So yeah, you don't have a model. Globers don't have a model, because if you do have a model, you have to explain what kind of model is it and how do it validate anything in the world. If you're just basically saying, hey, well, I have this model and it explains tides and is based upon mathematics, then you would have to, okay, that's not a model. Model must have physical things and explain that it's true. Even you could have a miniature model where the actual thing actually exists, and the miniature model is only a representation of the actual bigger thing that exists, or in reality, or you could have a scientific model where the scientific model is basically multiple experiments that explains within the model. That will be a scientific model, but a scientific model is backed up by scientific experiments or something, or backed up by the scientific method, which is basically scientific theory. So it really at that point, it wouldn't even be a model. It'd just be a scientific theory that have repeatable scientific hypothesis tests, which is an experiment. So the globes don't have that. And I mean, or you could have a mathematical model, but a mathematical model needs observations. So, and it need observations within deductive reasoning, which means that these things are absolutely true. So really, in a mathematical model, if it's not a miniature model, then it's just an explanation. Matter of fact, it's just literally a concept, and you can't even call it a valid conceptual model, because a valid conceptual model have the actual thing actually existing, which would still put it in the category of a miniature model. So you don't have a scientific model. Globes don't have that, because globes don't have anything, because it's already a category error to begin with, number one, and you don't have anything that's backed up by the scientific method. No scientific experiments that you guys have is backing your globe model, with experimentation. So you don't have that, and also you don't have a miniature model, because in order for you to have a miniature model, you first have to validate that the globe actually exists. So you don't have a miniature model, and you don't have a mathematical model either, because in order for a mathematical model to even be relevant or validated, it has to be turned into a miniature model, which means you still have to prove the thing actually exists. You can't just prove something exists with mathematics. Mathematics is a descriptor. It only describes what we see through calculations in reality. It don't tell you what things are. It don't tell you the cause of anything neither. So since math don't deal with cause and effect, and math don't deal with identification, it only deal with calculations. So you don't even have a math. So you can't just use mathematical concepts and say it's a model. It's not. In order for a mathematical model to be validated, it has to be either a scientific model or a miniature model, which means it has to be either, in all aspects, it has to be a physical model. So if you don't have a physical model, you don't have nothing representing reality. So it's that simple. It's literally that simple. So I went through all of this, honestly. I hope you understand this. So I hope you don't say, because I did math here and I observe it, so therefore it's true. No, that will be affirming the consequence, sorry. If P, I see Q, therefore P is true. That would be affirming the consequence. So if you don't have a physical model, which is a model in physics, that could be explained in physics and be validated in physics, then it's not a model. It's just a concept.
Yeah, is that globers have no model. Now, flat earthers, for some reason, seem to think that a model has to be a Home Depot thing that you go and build in your garage at home.
No, I just explained. I think I did a very good job, and I explained in all angles what a model is. I mean, and for anybody that is listening to me in here and be like, "Wow, Joe, you explained all of that." And wow, Joe, you had to use that many scenarios. Okay, I talk to these people pretty much every day, and yes, you have to use every last one of these scenarios. I'm going to say this again. When you talk to these idiots, you literally have to go through all of that in order to get this in their head that they don't have a model. You really should only have to say you don't have a physical model in physics because you don't have the scientific method backing it, number one. And number two, you don't have actual observations to validate that model to begin with. That should be all you have to say. But no, they got to talk about mathematics and predictions. So you got to explain the other part. And it's terrible. So I hope when the Globers hear this video today, they understand that they don't have a model. So shut the fuck up about it.
Whatever it might be. That's not what a model is. A model is a set of criteria, rules, and calculations that can explain.
No, it's not calculations, you moron. I just explained it. See? Do you guys see? No, moron. Calculations are descriptors. It only describe what you observe in reality. It's not reality itself. It's not even validating it. What validates reality is physics. And deductive logical reasoning.
In what we see in an observable universe. Now, the model itself is technically pointless.
AKA science.
The model is just a good way to showcase what we see, but also it can be the.
No, moron. Again, you're wrong. A model is not there to validate what you see because what you see is just an observation in itself. Doesn't explains anything. That's not a model. Just because you see something, that don't mean that that's a model. You don't know what you're talking about. No, you're wrong. Just because you see something or observe something, that doesn't mean that it's a model. A model is based upon, right? A model is based upon physical observations and deductive reasoning using the categories or the requirements for proof of that deductive reasoning. So if you basically in the category of geometry and measurements, then you could construct that logical reasoning in order to figure out that problem or in order to figure out that observation to be true or validate that observation to be true. If you're trying to prove cause of an effect, which would be the cause of a natural phenomena effect or natural occurrence, then you will use science, a hypothesis using a science that requires a scientific method. Right? So those would be showcasing a model, which, like I said, in science, it's called scientific theory. That's how scientific theories is actually constructed. Scientific theories comes from repeatable hypothesis test. Where hypotheses is actually constructed with a DV, IV, and CV, right? In order to prove that IV is the cause of the DV in a controlled environment, which means that IV will be the cause of this DV, right? Always, or it will not be the cause. Because science deals with the law of non-contradiction. It deals with the law of identification, number one, of course, and it deals with the law of non-contradiction. So that would be a cause and effect reasoning. So you could construct a scientific theory from there. Now, what comes from a scientific theory, if you want to say is a model or you want to have a miniature model to explain the scientific theory in order for people to have a better understanding of the hypothesis that's being tested, then yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out. But that model would just only be used for demonstration. But in order for you to have any other type of model, it has to be pretty much relevant to its category. But mathematics is only a descriptor, it's language. It's almost like saying reading is a model. Like the subject of English is the model. That's just ridiculous. It's just language. It's just explaining, giving you an explanation of what you observe in reality. We use those calculations to explain the physics that we observe. or the physics that's being tested, or the physics that we're basically or orchestrating or demonstrating. That's all it is. But a miniature model is something that already exists, and you creating a miniature model to explain everything that's already existing. So you can't even say that the globe is a miniature model of the actual globe, because you haven't proved that the actual globe existed yet. I mean, these is all facts. I mean, I don't know.
The basis of hypothesis. Now, there's not really much that a globe can teach us now about the Earth, because we've done.
So basically, he said hypothesis, and he don't want to talk about hypothesis. He wanted to skip over the hypothesis part. I mean, I think, I just went over it. Why can't you?
A hell of a lot of research to come to the conclusion of what the Earth.
So basically, your hypothesis is a hell of a lot of research. What research? The challenge is that you don't have a scientific model. So in order for you to basically address that challenge, that you do have a scientific model. Remember, you said the flat earth argument was that globers don't have a model. Now you're claiming right here in this very thing that globers have a scientific model. Now, I went over this whole thing for you guys, honestly, just so we can address this part, without me knowing that he was going to say this. But I was just really giving him the benefit of the doubt of he was going to try to say it's a mathematical model. But it seems like he's going for it's a scientific model, because he's saying hypothesis, which requires it to be which requires a scientific method. I mean, that's the only way you could utilize a hypothesis, is literally utilize doing the scientific method. So if you're talking about a hypothesis, you're talking about a requirement of the scientific method. So you're claiming that you have a scientific model. Scientific model requires a scientific theory. Scientific theory requires a the utilization of a scientific method. And the scientific method does have a hypothesis, which requires an experiment, which would be testing that hypothesis to prove either the no or the alternative. Both things cannot be true under the law of non-contradiction. So do you have that? That would be the question. That's not nothing to skip past and say, oh, well, we've done a lot of research, so yeah, I'm debunking flat earth. I debunked them. No, you have to present the scientific theory, number one, because that will be the actual gist of the model. So if you claim you got a scientific model, then it must have a scientific theory. And that scientific theory must be backed by a scientific experiment. So we should be able to look at this scientific experiment and see if it's valid as a scientific experiment, number one. And number two, to see if it actually proved your scientific theory to be true or not be true. So, yeah, I don't think that's nothing to skip past. I think that's a very important part of the debate.
Really looks like. But some good proof that the globe model does work is, for example, the final experiment, that trip down to Antarctica.
Wait a minute. The final experiment is not an experiment. It doesn't have a science. It doesn't. It's not utilizing a scientific method at all. What is the scientific theory of the final experiment?
Now, before that trip down to Antarctica, we were able to predict where the sun would be exactly.
That's not wait a minute. What is the scientific theory? If you're saying the scientific theory is just you making predictions, that's not the scientific method whatsoever. Making predictions making predictions, which is an educated guess in science, right? Comes when you construct a hypothesis. A hypothesis needs to be constructed with three key points. First, what is the natural phenomenon that you're actually observing to establish a dependable variable? Then you take your calculations of that. Second, what is the cause of the natural phenomenon effect, which would be the independent variable, which is AKA the manipulated variable, because it would be the variable that you actually manipulating in order to prove whether it do or whether it don't cause the natural effect that you observing. Natural effect being a dependable variable. in either an isolated or a field study or a lab in the controlled environment or a controlled or a controlled situation. Keeping things at constant in the control variable. All of these key points, all of these key points must be included in a hypothesis in order for you to even have a prediction. You cannot even have a prediction without these three variables. So trying to skip past that and try to just say we predicted this and we predicted that. First off, the first question would be, how did you predict it and why did you predict it? And what is the hypothesis that is basically explaining the how and why of this prediction? If you don't have a hypothesis with these three variables in it, then you don't have science at all. What you are doing is affirming a consequence. You saying, if P is true, if P, I am standing anipodal at the bottom of a globe, I should see a 24-hour sun at the bottom of the globe. I see a 24-hour sun at the bottom of the globe. Therefore, P is true, the bottom of the globe. So if P, then Q, therefore P. Right? If P, I see Q, therefore P, correct? If P, I'm standing at the bottom of the globe, then Q, I should see a 24-hour sun. Q, I see a 24-hour sun, therefore P must be true. I'm standing at the bottom of a globe. Already assuming that the globe exists is begging the question fallacy, circular reasoning, and it's if P, I see Q, therefore P, affirming the consequence. Why? Because the consequence is not deductive reasoning. The consequence is actually inductive and unrelated reasoning. What goes on in the sky is not relevant to what goes on Earth's surface. Also, it's not science. It's pseudoscience because you're claiming that it is science when it's not. It's not actually introducing the scientific method at all. So it's pseudoscience. So you saying that the flat earth is being debunked with pseudoscience? Not making sense. And you claiming that this is a scientific model because you displayed pseudoscience? That's not making sense. So it seems like this is another argument that seems to be falling on his face. All like 4 arguments fell on his face. I mean, I hope he got something better. He got like 3 more minutes. It seemed like he's about to talk about this final experiment for a long time. Okay.
Exactly what time, at exactly the elevation of it. Meanwhile, flat earthers couldn't even predict the sun existed.
Elevation. Oh, okay. They know exactly the elevation of the sun. I don't know. Well, in order for you to have an elevation, that requires a horizontal plane. So you can't have an elevation without the requirement of a horizontal plane. That sounds like the flat earth. You can't even say elevation if you claim in a globe. So yeah, that sounds like a flat earth. Now, I'm not Jaren. I'm not going to sit up here and say, you can have elevation on the globe. No, you cannot. You can't have elevation angles or elevation measurements on the globe. No. Sorry, you can't. So I'm not Jaren. I'm not Witsit. I'm not going to sit up here and say, yeah, you totally can do it on the globe. No, you cannot. The flat earth is required for those measurements to begin with. Just like the flat earth is required for flight. See how I did that? Flat earth is required for the plane to fly. And flat earth is required for you to do navigation too. And the flat earth is required for you to see the sun in the sky. Because you're using elevation, right?
Did at all in that location at that time. And we knew all of this stuff because we have a working globe.
Oh boy. These positive flat earth arguments. They say we don't claim anything. We seem like the only claims that's being instantiated is ours. Only claims that's actually being valid is ours. Even in this whole, I debunked the flat earth. Sure you did. With elevation angles? I don't think you debunking the flat earth for flat earth measurements, sir. You want to talk about maps? How was that maps actually drawn out anyway, by the way? Oh, it was using latitude or longitude? Oh, how did it get that, by the way? Celestial navigation? I mean, celestial measurements or angle measurements to the stars? Oh, what is required in this angle? Oh, the line of sight vertical line being intersected with a horizontal baseline? No, the horizontal baseline. That sounds like straight and flat to me. Oh, it's on a tangent. Oh, can you prove this tangent on this so-called level line? The level line is actually curving. Oh, wow. Can you prove that? Have that been measured? Oh, I haven't. We only actually take these measurements on the horizontal line. That's where the ground positions is at. And where does that horizontal theoretically is actually being dipped to? Oh, the ground that the observer is standing on? Oh, but you guys actually say that you take these measurements from hell? Oh, you have any proof of that? No, but you only assume that you take these measurements on the ground that the observer is standing on? That's where the ground positions is at? That's where you get distances and everything at? Just there, just using an elevation angle? Oh, sound like very flat earth measurements, right?
And you can call all of these websites cartoons, but at the same time, you could
What'd you say? Home Depot, Jaren? Home Depot.
call the AE map the cartoon too. And the more problematic thing here is that the final experiment wasn't the first trip to Antarctica. People have been going for a very long time. The rest of the world knew that. Flat earthers somehow didn't, which is another thing that not just proves flat earth a long time. The rest of the world knew that.
I want to take a fiver.
AE call all of these websites cartoons, but at the same time, you could call the AE map the cartoon too. And the more problematic thing here is that the final experiment wasn't the first trip to Antarctica. Could call the AE map the cartoon too. And the more problematic.
Oh yeah, I guess we talking about the AE map. Well, okay, well whatever. It's still a map. It has, and that map don't really talk about the sun that much. But do the Globers have a map that's actually accurate, or what is he saying here? And can the Globers show me a map that shows the curvature of the Earth? Because I don't see that there neither.
Thing here is that the final.
Last time I checked, all maps are flat. All maps utilize the flat Earth measurements in order for the maps to be correct. In order for you to do any navigation on these maps, it requires the Earth to be flat in order to take these angle measurements to begin with. The globe have to assume with calculations that the Earth is actually curving at a radius value and a circumference of 24,000 or something of that nature. I don't got the numbers in front of me. I'm sorry, y'all. But they need the circumference and they need the calculation of the radius. They need the calculation of the circumference, which is just assumed language, and they need the calculation of the radius value in order to put the horizontal line in the center of the Earth, which they still treating like a planar at the equatorial plane, which means that they still utilizing the Earth as a protractor with a horizontal baseline, which is flat Earth. So yeah, you're still requiring the Earth to be flat in order for you to take these measurements to get your map. So all maps are flat, it seems like. All maps utilize flat Earth practical use, correct? All maps require the Earth's surface to be flat in order for them to take their measurements. Ain't that something? Oh, okay. More flat Earth proof. Seems like he only proving the flat Earth at this point, huh?
The experiment wasn't the first trip to Antarctica. People have been going for a very long time. The rest of the world knew that. Flat.
Yeah, like Robert Truman, who said that there was no 24-hour sun. I'm not going to go into that. You know, these guys could have that. It's not consequential to me at all.
Earthers somehow didn't, which is another thing that not just proves flat earthers wrong, it proves of the inability to accept and receive and process information.
Here we go again, talking about people instead of talking about the actual argument. Notice how you basically skipped over the entire Antarctica argument. Shouldn't you be talking about the sun path to Australia and things in that nature and what the sun do in the sky? I mean, you're not actually laying out the argument whatsoever. You're talking about people again. I mean, just because they seen the 24-hour sun in the sky doesn't mean the Earth is a globe. I mean, I thought that would be obvious if you knew how to rebut.
Now, flat earthers may be watching this getting quite angry right now, but tell me I'm wrong. You denied.
Nobody's saying you're wrong. We're just waiting for the argument. So if anybody getting angry, they probably getting angry because you're not presenting any argument or any rebuttals to flat earth arguments whatsoever. This right here is just a straw man. And remember, this was supposed to be the rebuttal to globe don't have a model. Yeah, you're not really explaining a model here. You only explaining the affirming the consequence fallacy. That's not a model. And then you basically very wrongly explain this affirming the consequence fallacy, basically categorizing it as if it's science. It's not. It's pseudoscience. That's why it's affirming the consequence. So, yeah, you claim that you had a scientific model. You failed because you basically displayed to us or demonstrated to us that this is affirming the consequence fallacy. And it's a false dichotomy now because you're saying that the earth is a globe because of that. So it's a false dichotomy in the first place because you're saying either the earth is a globe or the earth is flat based upon this affirming the consequence fallacy, which makes it a false dichotomy at its very point. So it's not science whatsoever because it have two illogical fallacies that's basically messing it up. And science don't deal with fallacies. It only deals with a deductive reasoning and proof and experiments. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I think. Yeah, so I think that should be it, right? I mean, he got he got 2 minutes left, right? So yeah, I mean, seem like all the flat earth arguments still standing or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of new at this, right? I'm probably like the newest person in the flat earth community. I should not be destroying this guy this easy. I mean, I should not be doing it this easy.
Something which was provable fact, which has since been proved. Now, next we have that.
And I'm doing this all without Google. I mean, I have not even went to Google yet. I mean, I went to Google more debunking his nonsense about the flat earth cult than his. I mean, do I just like know these arguments off the top of my head, or do this guy just suck? I don't know. I guess he suck.
Globe Earth is a cult. Now, I recently did a video explaining how flat Earth is a cult, and I went through the 10 reasons why flat Earth is a cult. Now, it's very...
Yeah, all of those reasons was very personal. I wonder if he about to change that because I know he synced my video because somebody flagged it. I'm not saying it was him, but somebody did.
Funny, actually, I had 3 flat Earth YouTubers, including Nathan Oakley, respond to this video, and none of them included the first 5 points. Because the first 5 points directly relate to these.
Okay, we probably just gonna have to look at these 5 points in the first video because what is it with Nathan Oakley? I mean, all of these guys is attacking Nathan Oakley. What is it with him? It's not like Nathan Oakley went to the final experiment. Is they mad because Nathan Oakley didn't go? What's going on? What is it with Nathan? Why is everybody attacking Nathan? What is going on, bro? Like, it's starting to get weird now. I mean, the man literally have a debate show. If you really had this much to say to him, I mean, all you have to do is just go on the Discord, go to his channel. He shows you some love. He sent people to you to basically tell you that, hey, I'm reacting to your video. All you had to do is just go to his channel and go in this Discord and have a conversation with him. And nobody gonna really kick you out the Discord. So what is it with you with this back and forth with Nathan Oakley? Well, it's just not making any sense, bro. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Let's figure it out, y'all. Let's see what's going on. And we're going to go over those 5 points because he's acting like in the first 5 minutes of this video, those points are crucial. And Nathan and all of them were so scared of it. Yeah, we gotta go over these first 5 points. I mean, and then again, if it was so, devastating, why didn't he explain the 5 points all over again in the first video? I mean, in the second video. I mean, personally, I covered the second video from the very first part of the video. I mean, Nathan Oakley only skipped the first 5 minutes. And honestly, if you listen to the show, the only reason why he skipped the first 5 minutes is because people talk to it. So it's not like Nathan, like, oh no, let me leave this part out. He totally destroyed me. Like, no, it is. People were just talking. I'm not gonna say no names. Probably was me.
flat earth YouTubers and directly debunk their ideology, philosophy, etc. Now, in response to this, a lot of flat earthers have said that the globe earth is a cult. Now, of course, I make videos about the globe and saying that flat earth doesn't exist. But for 99.9999% of the
Hey, wait a minute. I thought you said that you had another channel, bro. Didn't you say you had another channel that had 1 million subscribers? Because this is the channel that's like this like that's for the flat earth. You know, this channel right here, I see that is really just focused on flat earth and debunking and stuff like that. So this is like your debunk channel. I like you guys make these debunk channels, I guess, because y'all want to be seen like y'all smart or something. So I thought your other channel had 1 million subscribers, bro. You talking about flat earth on there? I mean, you just weird, bro. like I said in the last video, you look like a loser, bro. Like I don't believe you have 1 million subscribers on that other channel. I think you a loser.
population, they don't really think about the globe. They don't think about the shape of the earth. They're not bothered. They go to work, they go about their daily life. You know, they go to the shops using the GPS on.
Okay, so what do you think flat earthers is doing? You think they're not going to work? You think they all homeless bums on the street worried about the globe? I have you know, Mr. Will Duffy, I'm not broke, bro. I have my own house, kid. I mean, dude, I'm doing quite well for myself, bro. Like, I have property, guy. I do have assets, guy. I have a bank account, bro. To suggest that only Globers have a job and they doing great for themselves. I bet you is more poor Globers than it is flat earthers, because just off the logic that it's more people that believe in the globe than it is of people that believe in the flat earth. Now, unless you're going to simply say that all the flat earthers are poor and broke and don't have money and they living in the streets like Duffy was trying to say, and we horrible people that I'm not even going to say the other part Duffy said. It's just ridiculous. Now you got me talking about people. And again, you are talking about people instead of addressing arguments. And why would the globe being a cult be a part of an argument? Why would that even make the list? It's not even a flat earth argument. Now, the globe is a religion, so
on their phone, which wouldn't work on a flat earth. They use their phones and technology to just scroll through TikTok, which, by the way, none of that would work if the earth was flat. But they don't think day to day about what the shape of the earth.
TikTok wouldn't work if the earth was flat? You mind explaining that, sir? Let's see if he's going to explain it.
Is. However, flat earthers are always in Discord chats, in communities. Their names on YouTube are directly linked to conspiracy theories.
Why does he keep doing that? So he's not going to explain it then, right? He's not gonna go do it then, correct? He just made a claim. He made a claim that you cannot have TikTok without the earth being flat. With the earth being flat. So he's not going to explain why is that true. Why the earth need to be a globe for TikTok?
Is that involve the shape of the earth? So saying that globe earth is a cult when there is no such thing as a real globe earther, there's flat earth and then there's normal people, is a very interesting thing.
So flat earth people is not normal people, according to him. Yeah, I'm reacting to an idiot. I am. This is just facts. He's demonstrating to be an idiot. So flat earthers don't work, globers do. And flat earthers are not normal people, globers are. That's his logic. We're looking at an idiot. Yes, he's an idiot. I'm not going to say all globers are idiots. Only anti-globers like him are idiots.
Thing to say, because when I've asked flat earthers to substantiate how globe earth is a cult, they just say things like we're sheep and we follow what the government says and all of this.
Check this out, y'all. Okay. He has the introduction. I guess this is the most important part. Remember, Nathan Oakley skipped the introduction. He had some devastating. He had some devastating spiel in that introduction. We got to check that out. I mean, it might in my whole worldview, that introduction. And then he had Buzz Aldrin. I think I pretty much destroyed that. The second law of thermodynamics actually proved why we didn't go to space. It's the second law of thermodynamics violation. So prove that. He replied with Buzz Aldrin, right? Okay. Then this is actual. Now, I don't even know if this is an argument, but I'm guessing because he put this in the chapter. So Dunning-Kruger effect. That's the flat Earth. That's the a claim that flat earthers make. That's like an argument. So that's a personal attack. So that's not even an argument. So it's already in the fallacy. Flight paths. I already hit him with the Bosch pitch data. Yeah, it destroys it. Photos. Second law of thermodynamics violation again, bro. Like, what's going on? Is you keeping up? Globe model. Globe doesn't have a model. I already explained that. You don't have a model. Either you're going to claim you have a scientific model, which he did, which means it needs to be backed up by a scientific experiment utilizing the scientific method, which is a hypothesis test. First, you have to construct a hypothesis before you have a prediction. You need 3 key points, which will be 3 variables in order for that prediction to be true. A scientific experiment, or AKA hypothesis test, either going to prove the null or the alternative to be true. Both cannot be true in the same reality sense, or both things cannot be true in physics. It violates the law of non-contradiction. So he claimed that he had a scientific model. He didn't showcase that he have one because he didn't have a valid hypothesis. What he had instead was a affirmative consequence fallacy and the false dichotomy fallacy, because he's a moron. So that's debunked. It's pretty much like the end of this video, right? And now he ends it with globe earth is a cult. And he said that's like a flat earth argument. It's not. It's more like an insult. It's more like it's just making fun of you guys because you are a moron, a bunch of morons. And like everybody and all the people that believe in the globe is not a cult. Only anti-globers are idiots. So I pretty much explained that part. So yeah, that's not an argument. That's just basically us making fun of you idiots. You know, kind of like what you've been trying to do on this video the whole time, but been proving to everybody that's watching it that you stupid. You definitely stupid, bro. And I think that's it. So that's pretty much the review of this whole video. That's pretty much showcasing everything. I mean, I couldn't handle the introduction. I mean, whoa. All of the stuff that he had in that introduction, bro. Man, I should have did like Nathan Oakley and skipped the first part and then just went right on to Buzz Aldrin, because I mean his introduction's just so I couldn't do nothing with it. I couldn't do nothing with that introduction. You notice that I didn't have a response for that introduction. Let's get to the end.
This sort of stuff. And doesn't really make any sense, because none of the 10 points that make up a cult apply to people that believe the globe exists.
Okay, I think everybody go to my first video. I already reviewed that about what he think a cult is. To sum it up, what he think a cult is just basically things that he don't like about you. If he don't like something about you, he's gonna put that thing he don't like on the list to say you a cult. That's just his logic. So, look at the video. It was way more fun than what I just explained to you. I'm not going to like give you all the excitement of the video I made. Go look at the video, bro. Okay. Go look at the stream, bro. You should have been in there. Like, there was nobody in there with me. There was a couple people in there with me. We was having fun. Right? So, let's go through it.
Because it does. Thank you so much for watching.
What is up with this dude? Hey, bro. Is he like stealing my whispers, bro? Is he like stealing me talking low, bro? Is he stealing me getting close to the mic, dude? Hey, yo, is he swagger jacking me, bro? I think he. Oh, okay. Okay, we got a Reds Joe fan, bro. I see what's going on, bro. I see why you doing the whisper thing, bro. Why you stealing my shit, man? Like, what's going on, bro? Yeah, man. What's up with this dude? Okay. All right.
Watching today's video. If you did enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for part 3.
Man, I gotta check my house for cameras, bro. This dude, like,
If we don't ask how long do they last, but instead ask what's the
Yeah.
probability that there have been any civilization.
Yeah, I gotta check my cameras, bro. This dude right here is an idiot, y'all. Okay,
Welcome to a
let's get into this. Let's get into the devastating stuff, man. Don't worry, Nathan. I'm gonna defend your honor, like Jen say. Let me see. Let's look at his stuff, bro. I want to look at this too, bro. But I was gonna review Lawrence Jamal too because I don't think he embarrassed himself. I just think he just don't know the arguments. But what he was responding with was really destroying. It just he didn't have the confidence. It seems like in the room he didn't have well, he had all the like confidence, but I just think he never heard that nonsense Dave said before. So okay, let's go. He's saying the flat earth situation is getting insane. How you're not in the community? Okay. Let's get into this first video he made, bro. He said flat earth is definitely a cult, bro. Right? Okay. Flat earth is a cult. That's not it. Where that? Man, did he take the video? Okay, it's not. Okay, no, that's not it. Still a cult? It's a cult. Okay, let's look at
realize they're in a cult. They join because they want to be part of a community, make friends, and believe that they have people that join.
How he got a whole motivate? That's a motivation. Like, come on, how he know what somebody is joining for? What does he mean? What do he mean by joining? I didn't join any. Did you join? I didn't join any. Did anybody that's in my chat, bro? Did you join something? Like, what? What he talking about? Like, what is he talking about, bro? Seriously, bro. Like, did y'all join something? What did he mean? What are he talking about? I don't remember joining nothing, bro. Like, I already see where this is going. And this is, and remember everybody, this is what Nathan Oakley was avoiding. Nathan Oakley and all of them was avoiding this part. I mean, this introduction is crucial. So we only going to look at the first 5 minutes of this because, I just going to have to hold my seat and look at this first 5 minutes, man, because this is probably going to destroy everything. It's even better than that last video that that I absolutely annihilated. Yeah, bad. But yeah, man, but no, for real though. Hey, man. So Nathan, man. QE, bro. Yeah, so where do you sign up for this community, bro? Like, I mean, I bought the memberships, bro. I mean, according to this guy, you know what I'm saying? He said we in this to make some friends. I'm not, none of these guys is my buddies yet. Ain't none of these guys, you know what I'm saying? So where did we join this community and hold hands and sit around campfires, I mean, according to him, man, this is going on. So evidently, I mean, he has some type of evidence for this, right? I mean, as far as I know, we just sitting in Discord channels and just arguing with one another. I mean, I just got an argument with a whole flat earther on 24/7, bro, talking about freaking maps. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on, bro? My boy Vax's guy, he had a dispute. Like, what is we doing? Brian and Nathan was going at it for a little bit about the earth being measured flat. I mean, I've been going at it about the earth being measured flat for at least what Humble and all of them for like a whole year now. Humble, George, and Righteous, and all of us was having plenty of discussions. And some of them wasn't pleasant, bro. So where's this community at? Like, what's going on? Like, yeah, I want to sign up for that. Like, yeah, I want to have nice little talks and friends. And all of this stuff that he's talking about, bro, like, where is it at? Like, I'm trying to figure this shit out. Like, seriously, bro. But other than that, I ain't get the memo. I ain't. Yeah, man, I'm going to put him on the 50-50, bro. I don't know. I don't think he's telling stories. I'm going to put him in the 50-50 club. All right, Steve, I'm going to put him in the 50-50 club, bro. I think he lying to us, bro. I ain't never heard about no community, bro. Yeah, I think he lying, bro. Is he lying? If he ain't lying, man, y'all ain't tell me about this signing up. Like, then, y'all got some explaining to do when I come back in these rooms, bro. When I get back on Discord, y'all got some explaining to do. Yeah, I want to sign up for this community, man. Like, I don't know why you guys is keeping this secret, man. I don't know. Stop playing, bro.
Cults tend to not realize they're in a cult. They join because they want to be part of a community, make friends, and believe that they have a superior knowledge or power. Because the human
make friends? Yeah, man, I ain't made no friends with none of these guys, man. I'm just playing. A lot of these guys is my buddies. But, yeah, I ain't signed up for anything, bro. Like, yeah, where's the initiation? Like, what? Yeah, what this guy talking about? Then the secret knowledge. The secret knowledge? Yeah, man, I ain't now. What is Nathan Oakley hiding from me, bro? Oh, I get it. That's why Nathan. Oh, yeah, okay. That's why Nathan didn't want to play this first part. Yeah, because he know that there's some sign up sheet that we were supposed to sign, and he know that there's some secret knowledge. If we sign this sign up sheet, the secret knowledge will be ours, and Nathan wouldn't have it. It would no longer be a secret. So he hid this first part of the video. Hold on, I'm dead serious. He hid this first part of the video, bro. So, yeah, man, I can see already, man. It's blowing my mind.
Condition can sometimes make us feel helpless and hopeless. And the quickest fix for that, for most people, is a community. And being part of a community that claims to seek the truth and find ultimate salvation in its findings is why a lot of people tend to join.
Ultimate salvation, ultimate satisfaction. Woo, big words. Woo, this is why Nathan Oakley skipped this part. The first 24 seconds was devastating, bruh. I can't even come up with an argument for that, bruh. Woo. Well, of course, it's not actually debunking any flat Earth claims or anything. It's not actually proving that it's a cult, but it's definitely telling the secrets of the sign-in sheet that nobody knows about. I mean, well, at least not me. It is just destroying everything, my whole worldview that I had about the flat Earth, bro. They've been hiding this damn sheet from me that I was supposed to be signing up to, and they've been hiding this secret knowledge, bro. I mean, the knowledge I got now, you could just get publicly on Discord and just look at Nathan Oakley videos and look at QE videos and research it yourself and actually do some studies yourself. And, I mean, the knowledge, you could just go right on Discord and then you could basically, look up the books and the things that's on there and basically go through the search system and basically look at what people say and look up the information that is on there that is very public. But other than that, you really? Now, of course, Brian and QE have his own website that you could just go on and pretty much anything that's not on the website. QE had got videos, multiple videos, in fact, hours and hours of videos of him doing presentations. And of course, Brian Logic, his whole channel was just a presentation. Then you have like Nathan Oakley, he have over 2,000 shows. I mean, that he's basically going over the information that he basically came across with all of those guys on the panel. Now, to think that these guys have been hiding something from me this whole time because I didn't sign in to this community, I feel very betrayed. Now, of course, you don't want to know anything about, the scriptures in the Bible or anything. You could just go to Bible U. But to think that the devilish Bible U would basically be hiding something from me, and now I got a lot of questions to ask her.
On cults. I want you to cover up the right-hand side of your screen. Put a piece of paper over the top of it, or cover it with a credit card or whatever. Just put some
Credit card? What?
over the top of it so you can't see it until I say later in the video.
The credit card? What is he talking? Hold on. Put a tour.
Over the top of it, or cover it with a credit card or whatever. Just
What is he talking about? This is some stuff. This is the reason why Nathan Oakley he skipped the first part. It seemed like nonsense, and it seemed like he should have skipped it, but he didn't skip it, because all of this information and stuff that these guys presenting to us, he's telling us all of the flat earth secrets, the stuff that Nathan and them don't want you to know.
findings is why a lot of people tend to join cults. I want you to cover up the right.
Oh, he's telling us why people is joining the cults. See, Nathan didn't want you to know why people join the cults in the first place. So, yeah. Now, it seems like it's perfectly fine for Nathan to skip this nonsense, because it seems like it's nonsense this guy's talking. It seems like everything that he's talking about right now is unsubstantiated. It has no absolute valid information whatsoever, but it is very valid, according to him. And this is why Nathan skipped this part, because it wasn't nonsense. Now, according to everybody else, it is nonsense, but let him tell it. This is very important, and this very important part of the video was the most important part of all of his videos. That's why he have to tell you in all of his videos that Nathan Oakley was hiding from this first 5 minutes of the video, of this very video we're reviewing right now. So this devastating information that he's giving us right now is very important, and it's going to change your whole flat earth view, and Nathan don't want you to see it. Pay attention.
Right-hand side of your screen. Put a piece of paper over the top of it, or cover it with a credit card or whatever. Just put something over the top of it.
Yeah, you definitely in a cult if you got a credit card and a piece of paper. And put the credit card over the piece of paper. Because you want to definitely not nonsense.
So you can't see it until I say later in the video to have a look at it. Trust me, it will make a lot of sense. Now,
yeah, it's definitely going to make a lot of sense, even though right now it's not making any sense. And it's definitely the reason why Nathan Oakley skipped this part of the freaking video. Damn you, Nathan.
there's 10 key cornerstones of cults. Cults tend to have leaders and figureheads, whether it's...
Oh, cults tend to have leaders and figureheads. Even though he didn't put Nathan in there, he put Dave. Nathan definitely wanted you to skip this part. He didn't want you to see this, that Dave is actually the leader using a piece of paper and a credit card. We're going to get back to that because it totally is not making sense right now. Seems like it should be skipped, but definitely wasn't. It definitely shouldn't have been skipped because it's so important. And this is why he said in all of his videos that he makes, the last two videos that I reviewed, he said this is very important information that Nathan Oakley in the FED cult don't want you to know about. They don't want you to see the exposing of Dave Wise being exposed of being the cult leader, even though Nathan Oakley pretty much said it in his fucking video that he reviewed about.
One person or 50 plus people, these people guide the narrative that should be followed, and this...
Holy shit, I can't keep it up. Okay. No, seriously. Even though Nathan Oakley basically said this in his video that he reviewed him on.
becomes the ultimate truth. Secondly, cults are run under...
Okay, hold on. Okay, y'all. Hold up. Bruh. Yeah, Dave Wise is totally a leader in the cult of the flat earth. Nathan Oakley didn't want you to know that. He don't want you to know the corporates, even though he basically told you these same corporates.
50 plus people, these people guide the narrative.
And he definitely didn't want you to know that Witsit, ping pong golf ball, is not the cult leader, even though QE got 125 hours showing that Witsit is a liar.
If that should be followed, and this becomes...
And Jaren, he definitely did not want you to know that Jaren is also one of the cult leaders, even though Nathan said that Jaren is a shield and he led everybody off a cliff in the flat.
the ultimate truth. Secondly,
Yeah, Nathan Oakley did not want you to see this minute because he didn't want these people to be exposed, including Eric DeBay. Yeah.
cults are run under complete authoritarianism, without any accountability for their leaders when they're proven wrong. When the leaders...
There's no accountability for their leaders when they're proven wrong. It seems like that he's very well reading the very thing that I read to him when he was explaining his little list of a cult, even though he didn't have none of this in his second video because I pretty much covered the authoritarian part.
state something will happen or a desired effect would be seen, for example...
And let's be honest, Eric DeBay is not a freaking cult leader. And he don't have any authority over anybody. Nobody's following Eric DeBay like that. Eric DeBay don't even have a following like that. So I don't even know why he's even like, this is just getting ridiculous though. But this is why Nathan is hiding this very thing.
example, during a ceremony or a worshipping, and that thing doesn't happen, the leaders tend to explain it away as the universe not working, or more often than...
Now remember, remember this, bro. He said that, remember the second video that I covered? He said that this video was about Nathan. Do you see Nathan's name in this at all? It just say Dave, he say DeBay, Dave, Jaren, Witsit, etc. Oh, so etc. was supposed to be like, okay, I could just say whoever I wanted to say, just in case somebody say they not on the list. Okay,
than
with a
not,
loser.
they blame the members of that cult for being the reason why the desired thing didn't happen. Thirdly, we have zero tolerance for questions and, more importantly, criticism. Now, cults usually have...
They had zero tolerance for questions. I don't know, because I think Nathan asks questions all the time. And let's read some of these questions. Since he got them up there. Okay, let's read some of these. I don't know why he think like he's slick, like ain't nobody about to read this. And remember, Nathan is hiding this. So let's read it. Let's expose Nathan Oakley, okay? You are all well-trained sheep, okay, that consider believing their eyes and senses absolutely insane, right? If we live on a hypersonic mega space water ball orbiting a fireball in vacuum, kind of like this guy, that would be obvious, just like it's obvious we live on a flat and stationary plane. Pretty good. Your propaganda, wait a minute, here's his response. Your propaganda is weak, the weakest I have seen. Okay, that's a response. To date, where did YouTube enlist you from? That don't seem like an argument. The argument that he presented to you is if we live on a hypersonic mega space water ball orbiting a fireball in a vacuum. That's pretty much like the second law of thermodynamics pretty much being explained, because it's a violation of that. You should be responding maybe with your argument, but instead you decided to say your propaganda is weak. That's not like addressing the argument. The weakest I have seen to date. I don't know this guy. Where did YouTube enlist you from? What the fuck is he? I don't know, bro. Like, I remember you said zero tolerance for asking questions. I mean, he didn't ask. I mean, you didn't ask him any questions. You just basically. I guess you said his propaganda was weak. I don't even know what that freaking mean, bro. He's not exploiting any propaganda to you. T-Fact's video has been proven to be fake. T-Facts, who the fuck is that? Who could be stupid enough to carry on with the deep fake? Okay. I get it. I get what that means. Yeah, let's look at the rest.
Zero tolerance for questions.
Yeah, you're not asking questions, bro. That wasn't a question. Most flat earthers would have told you before the trip that the results don't turn Earth into a ball. It don't. It don't. Whether there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica or not, NASA still fake space. There is still no measurable Earth. Okay. Look how hard the globe is scrambling. Ha ha ha. Again, none of these is questions, bro. It's not a question. What is he talking about? There is no questions here. So why didn't they? Yeah, maybe it's totally blowing my mind, though. Now I see why Nathan Oakley skipped this part. He skipped this part, man, because this is totally confused Nathan Oakley, because it's like supposed to be relevant and it's supposed to be like devastating to Nathan Oakley's channel, but it's really not, though. So it's kind of like a reverse psychology thing where it should be devastating since he always talking about it in his other videos and Nathan Oakley is totally scared of it. But it's like, yeah, Nathan Oakley should skip it, but he shouldn't skip it. Yeah, it is nonsense and it's incoherent, and he should skip it because of that, but he shouldn't skip it because it's incoherent. Ignore that part, bro. Ignore that part. Now let's read. This is totally going to F Nathan up and the FED up, and those guys just don't get it. Look how hard the globe is scrambling. Ha ha ha. BTW, a sun not setting is more proof for a flat earth and a globe fail, as it doesn't set on our model. The fact y'all think a celestial observation proves those people are upside down make common sense. Prove those people are upside down, antipodal to your feet. If you're in the north, is utterly hilarious. Yeah, it just basically it seems like that he's making fun of how absurd the so-called final experiment is. Doesn't have anything to do with questions.
And more importantly, criticism. Now, courts usually...
Yeah, but you're not critiquing anything. It seems like it's the flat earthers critiquing you. It's like, is it just me, bro? Okay. So he's not showing the flat earths. He's only showing his stuff. Explain tides. Let's see. You can't be serious, but I understand it's very common to not know how easily the mind is captured. There is nothing wrong with believing in that you live on a globe. What? Okay. It's not, well, actually, it's not. You could believe whatever you want to believe, you know, and there's nothing wrong with religion. It is perfectly normal. Yeah, it is. It's perfectly normal. Most people is a part of the religion. You just need to be prepared if you want to be taken seriously. Okay. Take it seriously by people that's in the religion? Okay, I don't get that part. You need to figure out how to make a straight line parallel with the horizon. Okay, the horizon is zero change of slope. Is that zero? What is this moron talking about? Is he dumb? He don't know what a horizon is. Then Then you will need to demonstrate that the force of gravity pulls the surface of water to the center of mass. Oh, I get it. This guy right here. So he just said explain. He said just explain Todd. So this is a flat earth talking. Great. Got you. Got you. Gravity. He should have said the horizon a little bit better. Gravity pulled the Earth's surface to its center of its mass. How hard could that be? So again, it seems like the flat earthers is asking him questions, but he's saying that we're asking the cult questions, and the cult is not have zero tolerance for questions. It seems like he the one that has zero tolerance for questions. But the flat earther is asking him a question. It's not he's asking the flat earther cult question, or the flat earthers is asking the leaders a question. So the only one that's doing propaganda right now is him. Why would Nathan Oakley be scared of this? Now I'm starting to get confused. I thought this was going to be a little bit more devastating, but why would Nathan Oakley be scared of him making an absolute fool of himself? I don't get it. I'm trying to figure it out, bro. Okay. In the center of it, how hard could that be? Make a straight line, measure the curve and of the surface of water at rest. Globe proven. If you can just find a platform big enough, you can just pour water on it and measure the change in elevation by hand. Yeah, that makes sense. If you knew what you were talking about, you would reply with something like zenith angles, which will only prove my point further. You will never understand because you don't want to. You don't care what logic. Well, my screen is kind of messed up. My bad, y'all. You don't care. You don't care what logic is or how to use it. I wish you the best of luck. Yeah, that seems like this guy's being pretty nice to him, bro. I don't get why he put this on the screen. The most important thing for you to remember is that the earth is not flat. Flat earth is a psyop. Make no mistake, it is the same deception as the globe. Best of luck to you. Oh, well, he's talking to an idiot anyway. No wonder he didn't understand what horizons is. Because the earth is flat. That's how it's measured. That's how it's navigated. And that's, I just explained earlier how it's actually being flown upon. So, I mean, flown on top of or whatever. So, the earth is flat. I don't know what the hell is he talking about. But again, this is not somebody asking like a cult leader a question and the cult leader is telling him to shut up. So it's not following the zero tolerance rule, which is part of a cult. So is he naming like real cult stuff, but not displaying it, like that, not demonstrating it? He's not proving his point. Like, oh man, I wonder if this is the reason why Nathan Oakley skipped this part. He probably didn't. He wanted to spare this guy.
Have ways to deal with questions. If it's Scientology, anyone that doesn't believe in the religion or questions any factor of it is given the title of...
Yeah, but why is you talking about Scientology when this is not the equivalence of it? And then you like leaving this on the screen as if nobody's going to pause this video and read it.
SP, which means suppressive person.
You are a paid shield that acts on the glass is a dead gate giveaway? What the fuck is these dudes talking about? Flat Earth used these terms: shield, government agent, NASA shield. Dude, you are not explaining your point if you're just going to use buzzwords. They're just buzzwords, bro. First off, all conspiracy theorists use shield. All woke, all people that claim woke use shield. The right wing and the left wing use shield. government agent and all that nonsense. So to stop acting like it's only a flat earth thing. Let's cut it out.
This was designed by L. Ron Hubbard to dehumanize people that didn't believe in Scientology. It dehumanizes them as a person, but also dehumanizes and devalues the questions they're asking. Furthermore, at meetings and gatherings, people were encouraged to talk negatively about these SPs, suppressive persons, and to spread the word that these people should not be trusted, and for that matter, even associated with. Now, the fourth thing on the list is the lack of disclosure regarding funding. This is a big part of cults, and more so today than ever before.
Okay. I think Nathan Oakley covered this part, right?
Lots of these figureheads in cults will ask for donations to go towards the truth seeking. They will tell you that by giving them money, you are helping the cause and you will ultimately find out the truth too. Despite many of these people asking for the money being extremely wealthy, and they're asking for donations from people that tend to have nothing, and a lot of people give their everything.
Who is extremely wealthy? Wait a minute. Remember, I want everybody to remember this. Remember, he said that this also applies to Nathan Oakley too. Now, I ain't gonna lie, bruh. Nathan Oakley, bruh, I ain't about to try to put you out there, bruh. But let's check this out, bruh. I ain't trying to put my man business out there, bruh. But hold up for a second, my dude. Because remember, man, he said this also apply to Nathan Oakley. So he's claiming that Nathan Oakley is wealthy. Like what Nathan Oakley making well over like 85, 120,000. Like Nathan Oakley got the bread, you know what I'm saying? Nathan, hold up, man. Now I know it's been plenty of times I heard Nathan Oakley say he was poor. And I heard plenty of times that Nathan Oakley said that, you know, his computer keep breaking and he got to figure out how to do all that, man. So I ain't trying to put his business out there. But, yeah, this don't apply to Nathan. You said this apply to Nathan. Nathan is saying that he a normal guy. He ain't getting money like that, bro. So, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Now, I already went over what Nathan Patreon is. Like, I already went over that. I mean, dude out here like Patreoning for some beer. Like, come on now, man. You know, so I mean, what is we doing now? We're not going to say that my guy is absolutely poor, but I mean, he ain't the richest guy neither. I mean, it's given that you're trying to say that flat earthers is actually rich. Now, I mean, now the only people that you could pretty much say that about it's probably Jaren them. Now Jaren and maybe Dave Wise, because I did hear that Dave Wise got a boat, and I did hear about David Wise basically, you know, kind of stunting on Nathan Oakley a little bit, trying to tease Nathan Oakley, trying to tell him that, you know, hey, I got a boat, get lost, don't talk to me about no scientific method, bum, you know. So, you know, so I mean, the only guys that I could think of that got the bread that's taking people money and stuff like that. Now, the only person I know that's making some money on the flat Earth will be Jaren with the you know, the counseling and in the you know, in the trips. What is it, the seminars. Now, Jaren and them only one doing them seminars, and then he got his little business partner Witsit. They doing seminars as well. So I mean, but as far as I know, Witsit probably don't got no money like that. You know. And according to Will Duffy, all the flat earthers is broke. They don't got no money. I mean, the only flat earthers that Will Duffy has been dealing with is Witsit, Jaren, and Elizabeth. Those are only three flat earthers that Will Duffy been dealing with. And according to Will Duffy, they broke. So not even Jaren got a lot of money, according to Will Duffy. So, I mean, it's definitely not Nathan Oakley that got a lot of money. Ain't nobody on that side. And it's definitely not like Witsit in them. Nah, I'm just being real, man. It sound like, bruh. It sound like you lying. That's what it sound like you doing. It sound like you lying, bruh. It sound like you lying. It sound like you ain't. I mean, if Nathan Oakley skipped this part, I think he skipped this part because he was trying to be nice, bro. Because this is not like blowing nobody's mind, man. Like I don't see none of this being true. Like I don't know where you getting this stuff from.
You are helping the cause and you will ultimately find out the truth too. Despite many of these people asking for the money being extremely wealthy, and they're asking for donations from people that tend to have nothing.
I mean, people was asking for donations for their YouTube channels, bro. Like, you do understand that everybody's asking for money for their YouTube channels. I mean, you could call it e-begging, but ain't nothing wrong with e-begging because you got a YouTube career. You entertaining people. That's just like saying like a movie star is asking for your money or a director is asking for your money. Yeah, they're entertaining you. So yes, if I'm directly entertaining you, I could ask you for money in exchange for my entertainment. Nobody's doing nothing for free. So yeah, and then again, like Nathan Oakley, you can look at all his videos for free. Like, I mean, he's not even a smart businessman. Like, like what is we talking about, bro? Like he's the complete opposite of everybody on that side is the complete opposite of a coach. If you're going to use money, it's monetary gain for it. No, I mean, even Jaren have like a lot of his videos for free. Now he do got the $150 membership. And he do the grifting on the counseling and the Bitcoins and stuff like that. But other than that, like all of the stuff you could look at is for free. So now people asking for super chats and donations for their channels. That's just to support their channel. I don't get that in a minute, bro. Once I get, a few subscribers in a minute, bro, I'm going to be asking for money, bro. Like what you think I'm not? Now, you with your little million subscribers somewhere in fantasy land, if you don't have to do that, then that's you, bro. I don't get how that's that a cope doing what other YouTubers do.
Nothing. And a lot of people give their everything to the cause. And also when people have given everything to the cause and they have nothing left, they're too far in to leave because they don't want to feel stupid or like they've been lied to. It makes it a lot harder for people to leave these cults.
Okay. No, people just, I mean, asking for $2 is not going to help, not going to hurt nobody.
When this happens. Number 5, we have fear. Now, most cult...
Bro, check this out, bro. This nigga is ridiculous. Now, let's go ahead and debunk this, man. I wasn't going to do it, man, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I got to do it now, man, because this dude, like, he's really going on about this. I wasn't going to do it, man. Then QE don't even ask for money. Like, I mean, he gets super chats, but he get that to his wife. I mean, according to him. But man, I wasn't gonna do it, man. Let's check this out, bro. Check this out, man. Look at this, bro. This is Nathan Oakley crib, bro. Look at this, man. Do it look like Nathan Oakley living in a mansion to you, bro? Now, I ain't gonna say, man, listen, man. This crib right here is probably a nice crib. Probably a nice crib in the UK. But, in America, bro, man, I seen some houses I seen some brand new apartments in the projects that look just the same, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a public housing, bro. I'm not gonna cap. This ain't no matching, bro. Like, I don't know where he getting this they rich shit from. I don't know. But this ain't no matching, bro. It's begging, e-begging for computers, dude. Like, what is we doing, bro? I got that same blue screen, Nathan. What are we doing, man? What are he talking about, man? What are you talking about? This the crib, bro. My man got to get his electricity fixed, man. didn't have power. Now, what rich dude you know got to sit up here and hire, you know, usually you have electricians on deck. You got money, you got electricians on deck. They come in automatically with the house insured and everything. You see, you got to be having to disprove some of this nonsense these guys be coming up with, bro. Everybody don't live with their mama like you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why you trying to play like, you know, people rich. People got bills to pay, man. So yeah, he gonna ask. And here's another thing, man. Hold up, bro. Okay, check this out. Hold up. This all you get with the membership again, bro. Like, I don't know why you keep like going on about this, but this is an old video. You keep going on about this. This is all you literally getting with the membership, bro. Look, members. Look at this, bro. Members. Okay, check this out. 265, 260, 2266, 2265, right? 2267. Now check this out. Here go the free videos, you idiot. 2267. You know, 2150. Oh no. Wait a minute, hold up. Let me make my point. 2267. That's the newer. You get to look at a newer video. 2266. We've seen that. 2265. So actually, the membership, right? You only get like an extra little hour or something, but then you get to look at the whole video a week later. Get a life. I mean, what is you talking about, dude? I mean, dude, you got to be on drugs right now. Like, you're not making any sense, bro. With this stupid claiming that these flat earthers are rich and they taking people's money and nonsense, bro. Now let's go here, man. Now check this out, man. Why is it showing his stuff? Why is it showing his stuff? Let's look at it then. Let's look at his stuff. Look at your stuff, bro. Now you want people to join your channel for $4 and $4.99 and Freemason. Why you got Freemason, bro? And then you want people to join for $10, bro. You a total shield, according to you. According to you, you are a shield. You are a shield loser. Look how much money you want. Right? No. Let's go on one of these little videos. Let's go on one of these little videos. Let's see. I was going to show you. Oh, I'm already a member, so I can't even show you. Let me see if I can upgrade. And check this out. Look how much it costs for Nathan, bro. $2, bro. $2, bro. And remember, Nathan don't get the whole $2, man. YouTube take a part of that, bro. $2 though. He got 4. He got 5. He got but you got 4 and 5 too, bro. And nobody paying Nathan Oakley $50, man. Now, if you want to, you can. But ain't nobody paying him $50. Ain't nobody paying him none of that. I mean, $2. Who can't come up with $2 a month, man? Come on now. Like, you acting like they trying to like steal. You acting like they asking for a lot of money, man. It's actual scammers out here that's asking for hundreds of dollars, bro. Thousands of dollars a month.
Realize they're in a cult. They join because they want to be part of a community, make friends, and believe that they have
I looked at the most part
of cults, and this happens. Number 5, we have fear. Now, most cult leaders rely on the fact that
Now, I remember Nathan Oakley covering this part, but no, let me just go ahead and defend this real fast. Nathan Oakley and it's not putting no fear in nobody's heart, bro. What is going on? Where is you coming up with this nonsense?
its members have irrational fears about the outside world that often revolve around evil conspiracies. For example,
there is no conspiracy theory that Nathan Oakley is even talking about that's going to scare you. What is going on with this dude talking nonsense. There is no fear mongering going on the FED channel, bro. I mean, we could just listen to a random FED channel, random show, and you're not going to see anything about no freaking fear, bro. What is going on with this dude?
Claims like the outside world are trying to suppress you, your thoughts, your feelings, your opinions, your beliefs. This follows on to other government-related conspiracies.
What is going on? Nathan is not talking about any freaking government conspiracies, bro. What is you listening to? You said this was addressing Nathan. Now, let me tell you who is talking this nonsense and who you should have kept it with. Let me show you, bro. Let me show you, man. See. I was trying not to do that for this stream, bro. But let's see who is talking that nonsense, bro. Here we go, bro. Let's see who is talking that BS. Donald Duck. Yeah, who's talking? Who's talking this? The Zionist. Oh, the Jews is after you. Like who talking this, bro? Yeah, only one person. Only one. The mysteries of Babylon. You see? There's only one guy. Zombies. I've seen that one too, bro. It's only one guy talking this crazy nonsense, man. See who else? Schooling Globers. Where it is. The atheist debunked. Atheist debunked. Let me see. Not that. No, we getting into it. Who's talking this nonsense? Here it is. Maori fire. Oh, man, gotta be something doing that. Somebody. The government. They're the only ones talking like that. Now, I'm not going to say all of this is nonsense, but there's only one guy. And that's what Nathan Oakley was making fun of you about. Like, yeah, it's only like those guys over there talking that. We all know who's the guy that's talking this. That's talking like that, bro. Besides Marty. Like, hold on. Who else talking? Like, where it at, bro? Like, it doesn't stop, bro. Like, it doesn't stop. Trump card. Look. That's who's talking this, bro. Christianity rejected. Like, that's who's talking this. Look, he got the 9/11 on here. Hold on. Atlantis. Yeah, what's it? Talking about Atlantics, bro. Black and white people, which is cool. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with talking about it. But it's only one guy talking to Kanye West. Come on, what is we doing, bro? It's only one guy talking this stuff, man. Let's just keep it all the way a buck. Wissett is the only one talking this. Photons that don't exist. Wissett is the only one. Like it is Wissett that's the only one that's doing this. Like, for real. Besides like other flat earthers and stuff, but we talking about the more prominent ones. It's Wissett. Texas shooting. Because it's Wissett talking this. Listen, does ether matter? Of course it's Wissett. Ether. He had 2 streams about it. And then look, photons don't exist. I remember that one. It's only Wissett. Like so I don't know why is he trying to say this is for Nathan. No, you clearly was talking about Wissett here, bro. Now, there's the other guy that's talking this nonsense. Let's go to him. Like, I mean, unless we gonna go to like Karen B or something, like they the only ones. I don't even got them on my channel no more. Well, let's get to the end of this. Like we get the gist of the idea. I mean, it was pretty obvious who was talking about it. Like I don't know who he's talking about here. I don't understand on why he's trying to play like he was talking about Nathan Oakley too. Of course you wasn't. Nathan Oakley don't have no money to be grifting or scamming anybody. I mean, and he's not talking a bunch of. Let's look at Nathan videos. Let's be fair. Let's look at Nathan videos. Let's see if he is talking nonsense. You know, and I'm not trying to say anybody's that talk about 9/11 talking nonsense. So keep your shirt on. Don't yell and scream at me when I come in the rooms, y'all. But let's see what Nathan Oakley talks about. Basically, he do his show, calling Jaren a scammer. Of course he is. Earth is measured flat. Flat Earth content, bro. Flat Earth debate, 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 flat Earth debate. You got these idiots on here. Flat Earth debate on Earth Awakening. Flat Earth debate with Anthony. Flat Earth debate. Do you see any 9/11 yet, bro? Like, do you see any of this stuff, bro? Flat Earth debate. All this is Flat Earth debate, bro. No nonsense. Let's go to Nathan other channel. Let's look at this real quick. Hold up.
Sure, let's go with it.
Not sure it is measured flat.
Oh, sure, let's go with it.
And that's your boy Bacon.
Not sure. Just give it me in a yes. Yes, Nathan, Earth's measured flat for this process to work.
Thought a sure was better than a yes, but let's go with yes then.
Yeah, sure, Bacon. Sure, Bacon. It's better than yes, Bacon. Sure, Bacon. I know what I'm going to do the next time I talk to you. I am going to basically hold you to this. Not next time I have a discussion with you. I'm going to say, yes, Bacon, sure. Sure, Bacon. The Earth is measured flat, Bacon, sure. Better than yes. Yes, it's better than yes, Bacon, sure. The Earth is measured flat. Can't turn back now. Sure, it's been recorded, Bacon, for the third time. So sure, Earth is measured flat. Anything else you're going to talk about is going to require that flat Earth measurement to be true. Yes, sure, Bacon. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have fun talking to you again.
Yes, what?
Yes, Earth is measured flat. You can clip that and play on our server.
Yes, Bacon, he absolutely did clip it, and we did as well. Sure, yes, it's Bacon. It's measured flat. Yes, quote Bacon.
How many times you want?
I absolutely, without question, will be doing that, Bacon. Thank you, Bacon. To quote Bacon, Earth is measured flat, end quote, Bacon. Globe believer. That's right.
Yes, Bacon. End quote you. Sure. Yes, Bacon. It's measured flat. So yes, next time I talk to you, it should not be sure, but yes, it should absolutely be sure. Yes, Earth is measured flat, without nothing coming after that, because anything that is coming after that would be a calculation and an assumption of a globe or a radius value. So sure, yes, Bacon is measured flat. That's why it is flat. Bacon. Yeah, sure. Bacon. Better than yes. Sure. It's measured flat.
That's what you get
I'm going to enjoy talking to you again.
from the Flat Earth debate panel when you deal with people like Bacon, a globe believer. He'll tell you in no uncertain terms how Earth is measured flat.
Yes,
Oh?
yes, I can listen to that all day, but you know, I'd rather get Bacon to tell me that multiple times.
I'm
Sure, Bacon. Yes, Bacon's measured flat. Better than yes.
Realize they're in a cult. They join because they want a former member says or does that may question the integrity of the cult is immediately condemned publicly. More to the point, when people leave these cults usually tend to say that these people were paid by outside forces or they're encouraged by.
Well, so when they leave the cult, so isn't Jaren the leader? You said Jaren was the leader. And if he leave the cult, wouldn't the people that's following him will follow him? It's kind of not making sense, right?
Outside forces to do something that made them leave the cult, whether that be blackmail, whether that be being paid to leave, whether that them being a shill for a different organization. These
could be a shill from the very beginning, an absolute liar leading people astray.
Usually the claims put forwards. Number 7 is that cults like to keep documentation.
I think Nathan pretty much covered this part. I'm pretty sure this is what he covered. I'm pretty sure Nathan was very precise. I think he pretty much fast forwarded to where he wanted to talk about pretty much sharing them. So let's just be honest there. And I believe the first part of the video, as we all seen, was nonsense, just like the rest of the video. So, yeah. So we pretty much covered the devastating first part of his video. the insignificant bullshit that I don't think it need a response to, because it was just basically being wrong on all points. I mean, one of the points was basically saying that the cult don't have zero tolerance for questions, and he gave us a demonstration of some comments that he was in where he wasn't answering, where he wasn't even asking flat earthers questions, and the flat earthers wasn't asking their leaders questions. So where is the zero tolerance at? There is none, of course. There is no zero tolerance whatsoever. I don't know why would Nathan be scared of this. So I guess Nathan probably did you a favor. That's the conclusion I'm coming up with. He did you a favor for not playing that first part of the video, because it's stupid. Absolutely stupid. All you have to do is just pay attention to the video and read what you put on the screen and see that it's not even basically supporting your argument in the video whatsoever. You know, I'm more interested in bacon. Let me just hear this one more time. No, it's not gonna go to it, bro.
Welcome to
Oh, it's not gonna go to it. Okay, all right. Let's just be a loser and not go to it. I can't believe he's actually got an interview with
realize
Dave
they're in a
McKeegan.
cult. They
Let's see this one more time, bro. Oh no, that's not what I want, is it? Why would it go to this dude? This don't make no sense.
Truth that I can withhold temporarily.
I mean, most localized structures are measured flat.
The 2 points in the vertical direction rise, and then divide it by the difference in the horizontal
Hold up, yeah. I pretty much covered that with the horizon. He was definitely wrong about that. He's an idiot. But no, this is more.
How?
It's more funnier.
Sure. Let's go with it.
Yeah, sure.
Is
Yeah,
Earth
yeah, sure, bacon.
how Earth is measured flat?
Oh, sure. Let's go with it.
Not sure. You just give it me in a yes. Yes, Nathan. Earth's measured flat for this process to work.
Thought a sure was better than a yes, but
Yeah, sure, better than yes, bacon. Yes. So sure, yes, bacon. Yes, it's measured flat. Sure is better than yes, yes, yes. It's measured flat, bacon. Remember that, yes.
let's go with yes then.
Yes, what?
Yes, Earth is measured flat. You can clip that and play in
Oh, yes, we will be clipping that, bacon, and I will be replaying it every time. I might make it my intro, bacon. Sure, yes. Better than yes, sure. Earth is measured flat.
our server how many times you want.
I absolutely, without question, will be doing that, Bacon. Thank you, Bacon. To quote Bacon, Earth is measured flat, end quote, Bacon.
Yes, sure. Better than yes, bacon. Said his Earth is measured flat. Sure. Way better than yes.
Globe believer. That's right. That's what you get from the Flat Earth debate panel when you deal with people like Bacon, a globe believer. He'll tell you in no uncertain terms how Earth
I'm a banana. I'm a
I mean, most localized structures are measured flat.
just a fact when we say Earth's measured flat. That's not like some subjective truth that I can withhold temporarily.
I mean, most localized structures are measured flat.
the 2 points in the vertical direction rise, and then divide it by the difference in the horizontal direction run. It does not seem complicated because, hopefully, it is not complicated.
I mean, most localized structures are measured flat.
In surveying, rise over run is a way to calculate the slope of a line, or how much something changes vertically compared to how much it changes horizontally. It's also known as the slope or gradient of a line. A gradient is a complicated word for quite a simple concept. The gradient refers to the change rate or how steep a slope is. The following sketch should help.
I mean, most localized
Yeah, I kind of explained that. The horizon is a zero change of slope. Zero change at zero. The horizontal line. It's a cyber waffle. I believe the one lady was the one not flat earther was trying to explain that to you in a misleading little message that you try to put up there to say that we don't tolerate questions. Yeah, I think you're a little prick for that. But it's okay. It's okay. I think the highlight of the video today is sure, yes, better than yes. The Earth is measured flat. End quote. Bacon. I will be enjoying this conversation, bro, because I will be leading with sure, yes, better than yes. Bacon. The Earth is measured flat, and that will be my positive proof. Anything after that will be based on the calculation of a radius value. But sure, yes, better than yes, it is measured flat, and that will be all I will be needing, Bacon. Thank you. Maybe I will save this. Yes, I will be saving this. Yes, we'll make it part of my intro too. Sure, yes, better than yes. Okay, let's go. So yes, this is Rez Joe. I will be getting up out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video when you watch it, or enjoy the live stream if you was here with me. Hopefully you guys check these things out. Let me go ahead and check something real fast, see if everything okay. But yep, Rez Joe is out of here. I'm about to get up out of here. Gotta get some shut eye, get up early. I will be doing a video tomorrow. I'm gonna do definitely one on Rumble, but that ain't nothing but just playing a game. But I will be doing another stream tomorrow. Just trying to see if I can make it a little bit earlier, but I don't want to pretty much interrupt anybody's shows. Anybody that is interested in pretty much, maybe joining my little panel or anything, please contact me. I'm on Discord all the time. And please contact my my information I'm gonna be putting down in my description. I should be putting it down there, but seem to have a little bit of problems with the description, and this is pretty much like a test run. So yes, I will be back tomorrow, definitely. I will be doing 2 streams tomorrow, one on a video game and one on YouTube. I think this show right here, or this particular show, went by pretty easy. And again, if anybody have any suggestions of any videos or any reactions you want me to do, I can do one. I'm thinking about doing one with Brother Sanchez versus Will Duffy. I think that one was interesting. That's the one I'm planning on doing tomorrow. May or may not be doing. But I'm thinking I'm leaning more towards doing it. I was just trying to see if anybody else was going to catch on to it first, because I might, join that panel and do it with them and then do it myself. That way I already have some fresh ideas. But big ups to Roger Legwell, who hung out with me today. Big ups to everybody else. I believe Jim Aines, his name is. Yeah, but big ups to you guys from hanging out with me today. Tonight or whatever. This is a late night. We hung out all the way to 2 a.m. I was trying to make this short. That's why I picked this very short video. But I think it was fun. It was definitely fun for me. So hopefully it was fun for you guys too. Like I said, you guys is definitely cool with me. And I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here. I think everything was going according to plan on this one. And I didn't crash today. So that's also good. So see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys can join me on Rumble. I do have fun on there too, even though you're just watching me play the game, but I'm still talking about Flat Earth. Sometimes I'm even listening to a show while I'm playing the game. So that's also good as well. And sometimes you can listen to, conversations that I do have on Discord when I am sometimes debating. Most of the time I am playing the game when I am debating anyway. So, so that's cool as well. So check me out. I would definitely be on there tomorrow. And Rez Joe is definitely going to be out of here right now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.
I'm almost afraid to let go, but this is the